Good evening and welcome to the Goffstown Sewer Commission meetings, which was a scheduled meeting for tonight. The first item we normally do is our roll call, so we'll begin with our select representative, please.
Chet Bowen, Select Board Rep.
Daniel Taylor, Commissioner.
Tim Redmond, Commissioner.
David Pierce, Commissioner.
Lynn Pooler, Sewer Secretary.
We're expecting some more folks to attend the meeting, and we'll identify them as they arrive. The first order of business, as always, is public comment. And
Call the business, call it to order. Call the meeting to order.
Yes, Bill.
Okay, you're good.
You're good.
call the meeting to order. I've never done that ever.
You haven't? Okay.
I've never called the meeting. I just say once we start, we start.
I must have just written that every time. Okay.
Okay, well, Lynn is taking care of that work. Public comment is our next item on the agenda. So if anyone is here for public comment, this is your opportunity to address the commissioners. Okay, seeing no one, we will close the public hearing for public comment. We have minutes of January 11th, 2022 to consider for this evening.
Motion to approve the minutes of January 11th.
Second the motion.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the minutes as presented. Any discussion? All those in favor of approving the minutes as is, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Passes unanimously. New business. We have one item of new business tonight that I have brought in. The Goffstown Sewer Commission has been working with the Board of Selectmen to make the waterfront area down by the pump station on East Union Street a little more safe and also a little more environmentally friendly. And we have been in front of the Select Board and we've had and in front of the Conservation Commission. Both of them have approved our plan as we presented. The last request from the Board of Selectmen was for a sign location print, which we have prepared tonight and the other commissioners have reviewed it, and we are just putting it into the record that we have agreed on what we're going to do with our sign package, and we are going to, I will be getting on the Select Board agenda to make the final step and take this to the Selectmen. So is any discussion or questions on that?
Thank you.
None?
Thank you for doing the drawing.
Thank you. We are waiting for our consulting engineer from Hoyle Tanner to give us some information on Lewis Street and Elm Street, so we're going to wait on that until he arrives.
Louis Street, I just put that on. He didn't ask me to put that on. I just put that on in case you needed to say anything about the meeting.
Okay, could you please advise everyone in the public when the meeting is scheduled, the public hearing is scheduled?
It's next Tuesday, the 15th of February at 7 o'clock, and it will be held at Bartlett Elementary School in Penardville.
Okay, the purpose of this public hearing is we have a large project on Louis Street this year. We are going to be working in conjunction with the DPW to complete the drainage as well as the sewer reconstruction in one season. So there was going to be a real mess down there this summer, so we invited the affected residents from Louis Street to attend the meeting if they have any questions about what's going to happen, and this is an effort to try to put any issues to bed before they actually arise. Dave Pierce, you're the one who arranged for the school. Can you please advise everyone about the school and the time?
Well, 7 p.m. Bartlett Elementary School. It'll be in the gymnasium.
Well, thank you for that.
The 15th.
Seats will be arranged. And there'll be display boards which we will brief to the public who attend.
We've also invited the DPW director and the town engineer to attend. And we've invited our select board representative, Chet Bowen, to attend as well. I think this is a good effort on the part of everyone to be upfront and avoid issues. Lynn, how was your response to the registered letters return receipt?
I received most of them back. I think
Okay,
there's
good.
only a couple I didn't get back, but
Okay, good.
95% I received back.
Okay, good. Now, this is a public hearing, not just for the residents, for anybody who is in the area who would like to attend the open house. We did send registered letters to the residents who were going to be affected, but it is a public hearing for anyone who feels they would like to attend. We have warrants here, a little farther down, sewer warrants. Lynn, did you recover those two items
Yes.
that I mentioned to you? Were they improperly printed on our
Yes, they
warrant?
weren't part of ours, they weren't, but they were printed out, somehow when they printed out the form for you to sign, they were included on that one. And she took
Okay.
them off and reprinted it.
Okay.
And you have two batches there. One are invoices from 2021, and then you have 2022 invoices in the other one.
Okay, I'm going to give these to Dave to look at now quickly while we're waiting for Mike Frank to get here, and then we'll send it over to Daniel. These are all routine invoices.
Mhm.
Did Mike call and say he was going to be late by chance?
No?
Did he know it was early?
Well, I said that, and I put that in the email.
Your email is clear. Yep.
Thank you.
Well, could we,
I'm going to try and call him right now.
Did you want to talk about something?
we could proceed, change one, and we can accept the letter.
Hi, Mike, how you doing? Good, we're in meeting, do you know that?
Oh, was this the early meeting?
Yes, it was.
Sorry. Actually, I was at a meeting in Allenstown, which I took it out of.
All right, well, we're probably going to be concluded by the time you got here. Was anything really important you needed to tell us? Because we have the changes here that we're looking at.
Change one.
So if we just authorize the changes, we can save you a trip over here, Mike.
Okay.
All right, we'll do,
Yeah, I apologize.
right, right. Don't sweat it then. We'll proceed and you can head on home.
Yeah, I guess the only thing was the change order for Wood Street. I put that draft together based on what Public Works wanted to do.
Yep, and I agree with that because I called you and asked you to put that together for them.
Yes.
All right, I'll explain to the commissioners what the reason for that was if they can't guess on their own.
Yeah, I did have one question on that.
What is it, Mike?
In Adam's demo, he mentioned the top course paving, worry course paving.
Mm-hmm.
That's not in Grenice's contract.
We know
My
that.
understand- Yeah, my understanding was that was going to be done separately.
Yes, they are going to do that separately.
Okay.
That was a verbal.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll proceed then, and good night. Thank you, Mike.
All right, thanks.
Bye. Okay, so the change order that's in there is because in order to execute the Phase 1 drainage on Louis Street, we have to execute it as a change order to our contract. And the DPW consulted with the Board of Selectmen, the Public Works Director did. I can let Chet speak to this if he'd like to briefly, but I asked him for a letter from the DPW authorizing us to conduct that change order. Chet, could you please weigh in on that?
He came in, he explained it, and there were no objections.
Okay, good. And I think it's good for everybody because it's going to allow us to do the entire project in a single season and pave the road at the end of the project and not have to dig it up.
Right.
So Dave, is that, could you advise us of that change order, please, Dave?
Yes. And we did receive a letter from the Public Works Director formally requesting the change order to our sewer contract on Lewis Street. So I'd like to make a motion that we make a change order number 1 to Grenice, the contractor,
Mm-hmm.
for the additional amount of
184,640. There you go.
136 640.
I think,
No, I believe it's 184, unless I'm seeing something different than you are.
we don't have it in our, we don't have it in,
Right here, it says 184 there.
okay,
what
let's,
Adam sent us.
let's have a discussion on that. The change,
oh, here it is. When you take the 136, 640 plus 48,000, I imagine that comes up to the right number.
Wait, so the,
Yeah.
Okay, so it is,
so they'll get paid the 184, DPW is contributing the 48 on top of our 136.
right, because they're splitting the cost of the base pavement, and that is 48,000.
Oh.
The additional work, as quoted by Grenice for the drainage, is $136,640.
That's correct. My apologies.
So our actual change order is for the amount that Dave mentioned,
yes,
and that is the correct amount.
$136,640.
There we go.
And we have a verbal agreement, or actually a written agreement from the Public Works Department as approved by the Select Board, that they can expend funds from their budget to reimburse the Sewer Commission for that $136,640. Okay, Dave's made a motion to approve the change order 1 for $136,640. Daniel?
184, 640.
No, 136.
No, it is actually 136.
No,
Go back to that again.
So for the select board, I think what you're seeing is that the select board had to approve that number, the 184,
okay.
but DPW is contributing 40. So for the purposes of this, we're at 136, whatever that number was. 136, 640.
Because they're separate, Daniel.
Yes.
The 48,000 is half of the base pavement, which we are going to pay half.
Okay, so the
The actual payment to Grenice will be $136,640.
Okay,
Okay, so that's what the change order is for.
okay. So DPW is not going to pay us, they'll just pay Grenice.
No, they're going to actually reimburse us. We're going to pay Grenice, and they're going to probably reimburse us.
Yeah.
Unless it works out that that town cuts a check and we can submit it with our payment, and they'll accept the town check in addition to our payment, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. So do you concur with Dave's motion?
I second Dave's motion.
Okay, you've been second Dave's motion. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, it passes unanimously. Okay. Elm Street pump stations, we're not gonna find out about that tonight, obviously, we'll find out another night. But, do we have any other business, Lynn?
Nope. Corey, I just told Corey not to bother coming.
He probably missed the time,
Yeah, and
Thank you.
he fell asleep. He was out plowing all night.
I don't doubt it.
So,
So, before we conclude our meeting, fellow commissioners and all, what time do you think we should be at the Bartlett School? 30 minutes early? Do we have any setting up to do, Dave?
It's the custodian will set up
Do we need to bring an easel?
chairs. I would say yes.
All right, so, Lynn, I have an easel at home, is it possible I should just bring mine, or is it possible Lynn could bring this one with her at the end of the day? Do we have a meeting here that night, that Tuesday night?
no, we're having it now. It's next Tuesday.
No, does somebody else have a meeting
Oh.
here, another board or commission?
Not on the
I don't
calendar.
think so, but
not
I
on the
am not
website.
here having surgery on my
Oh, that's
hand
right.
Monday.
Oh, you're not
But
gonna
I
be
am
able
gonna go to the meeting.
Oh, you are?
But
Okay.
I don't know if I'll be able to carry it.
I'll make arrangements to
or-
get that thing down there, I'll take care of it, unless somebody else wants to do it. I'll do it,
Okay.
I'll take care of it.
I don't know if I'll be able to carry it. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
No, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. We're worried about you, we don't want you overextending your, so. All right, so, 30 minutes early, commissioners, select board
Yes.
representative, Chet, and I will tell DPW 30 minutes early for whoever they're going to send.
Great.
I think Hoyle Tanner is also going to attend in an engineering technic,
Okay.
Capacity.
I'll send out another email Friday reminding everybody.
Perfect. That was my next question. That always helps me.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, thank you for the text message, but I did remember. I'm glad you texted me, because I get forgetful. Commissioners, anything else for the agenda tonight? Representative Bowen?
Nope.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion's been made,
Second.
seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, vote carries. We are adjourned. Thank you, GTV.